What if you had an SEO expert working for you 24/7, never sleeping, never sending you an invoice? That's Claude Cowork, my personal Chief of SEO. I have built 20 prompts that run my entire SEO operation. The same system that took a local business from zero to $1.7 million in revenue in 11 months. Comment prompt and I'll send you the whole prompt stack for free. Now let's get into the video. So I have been using Claude Cowork as literally my Chief of SEO. I've been using this Claude Cowork 20 prompt system, and it has basically transformed Claude Cowork as one of my really experienced and, as I said, Chief of SEO, and this 20 prompt system has been just amazing. If you don't know what Claude Cowork is, it's basically a competitor to ChatGPT. The major difference is that Claude Cowork can actually go ahead and execute things for you. So like it can open Chrome and it can go things for you. So we have prompts here that start with things like open Chrome and go to Google Maps. So it can actually go ahead and do those things for you, like I said. So we'll go into all of the details, but this article as written, it starts with that Claude Cowork is my Chief of SEO, and this is the same prompt system that has been able to get us results like this. This business went from literally zero to $1.7 million in revenue through local SEO. I'm not holding anything back, and I'm just giving away the whole system in terms of prompts here. So let's look at some of those prompts, and I'll give away all of the prompts for free, like I said. But before we jump into anything, what we are trying to do here now is create an SEO brain inside of our Claude. So what this particular prompt is doing, and it will take a few minutes of yours to fill in this prompt properly, but what it will do is it will give Claude Cowork the full context around your business, like what you do, what services you provide, where exactly you are based, what competitors you are up against, what is your USP, what categories, secondary categories. Claude Cowork will have the context about everything that you do. It basically starts becoming like a personalized SEO for you, having someone like me 14 years of SEO experience rather than just a normal chatbot, ChatGPT, and giving generic SEO advices. This itself is such a huge transformation in terms of the SEO execution that Claude Cowork will do. So take your time, and all of these boxes that are there you need to fill in. You can delete some parts of it if it is not relevant, but try to fill in as much as information as you realistically can. The more information you give to Claude Cowork for it, the more it will be better for you, and it will create a brain. And you just need to do this once inside your Claude Cowork. Once you have the brain built, in the same chat you can continue conversing with Claude Cowork, and it will keep doing the work for you. You do not need to keep giving it the whole context again and again, and just give it the whole context once, and that's all you need to do. Now you also need to give Claude access to your SEO tools. Now this is again where it differentiates from another tools like ChatGPT and everything, where you have to manually download all of that data. For example, you are using something like Semrush or Ahrefs, which are the gold standard in SEO tools. So what you have to do is you have to manually actually use those tools, export that data, and give it to ChatGPT from Ahrefs or from Semrush, and then it will do all of the analysis for you. Here the major difference is you can simply log into your tool of choice, if it is Ahrefs or Semrush, and you can tell Claude Cowork that open Chrome and go to ahrefs.com or go to semrush.com, and it will do all of that activity for you. So it can go and do keyword research for you. So the very first prompt that we use is doing GBP category audit. We know how important Google Business Profile is in general for rankings and leads for a local business, right? But we still see generally a lot of businesses that come to us, their primary category is not optimized. They have selected primary category based on a hunch that, okay, because this is a service I provide and this is the nearest category to what I believe what we do, and they just select the nearest category based off that. This prompt here tells Claude to open Chrome and go to Google Map, and then it searches for the service that you provide in the city. Then it finds out the top 3 rankings Google Business Profile, which are your competitor for that keyword. It scrapes what is the primary category that they rank for, what are the secondary categories that they have listed into their Google Business Profile. So there's no guessing now. It will extract all of that data, and then it will tell you exactly what primary category you need to have, what secondary categories you need to have, and it can actually go to the point of actually changing the categories on your Google Business Profile. So you can give it the next prompt as a follow-up prompt to say, okay, now go to my Google Business Profile, and obviously you need to be logged into the same Google account where you have access to your Google Business Profiles backend, and you can just tell Claude that, okay, go to my Google Business Profile, change my primary category to what you suggested now, and add all of these relevant secondary categories to that account. And all of this can be done within 10 minutes by Claude. Just this alone would have taken an experienced SEO maybe 2-3 hours to do all of this manually, extracting all of the top ranking Google business profiles, their primary categories, their secondary categories, and then coming up with, okay, this should be our primary categories. All of this can be done by Claude within seconds. Then the next is GBP attributes. This prompt here, it is a great prompt. It will find out all of the things that are missing from your Google business profile, but these are the attributes your competitors have. Things like, is it wheelchair accessible, is it veteran owned, all of that 24/7 availability. Now you have to keep in mind that all of these may not be relevant to you. You may not be a veteran owned, or you may not be wheelchair accessible, but at least it will show you everything that your competitor has that is missing from yours, and then you can go ahead and add all of the ones that are relevant to you. In fact, you can again, like I said, you can ask Claude to go and do it for you as well. So it will go ahead and do that, all of that stuff. It will add all of that, those attributes right then and there for you. But yes, you do not necessarily need to add all of the attributes if that is not relevant to you. So don't just mindlessly go and add everything just because your competitors have it. But yes, and in fact, when you provide all of the context, like I said here, everything that it needs to know, it will automatically suggest you as well whatever things that you need to add it to your Google business profile attribute. The next thing is competitor review teardown. As the name suggests, this prompt, basically what it will do is it will open up all of the top ranking Google business profile, and you can even give Google business profiles of your top competitors. It will do a competitor review teardown. So what the things that it will find is total review count, average rating, how many reviews in the last 30, 60 and 90 days, which is review velocity. So we know review velocity is such an important ranking factor, but the problem is, even though we know that, we don't necessarily know what exactly is the review velocity of our competitors. We guess around that they may be getting like 5 or 6 reviews a week or a month, but this exercise, and again, you do not need to do anything manually. You just need to input a prompt in Claude Cowork, and it will very quickly just do all of that exercise for you, and then it will come back to you with a clear, precise number that, okay, in order for you to dominate in your space, you also need to come up with 5 or 10 reviews a month. So now you have a clear and precise number every week that you have to target. If you're chasing 5 reviews a week, you know for a fact that we are going after 5 reviews a week, and that is what we need to come up with. That is, if you want to win in this niche as a team, we need to go out and collect 5 reviews every week. So this is something Claude Cowork comes up with, and it will just tell you that, okay, this is where we are, and this is, and it also does the maths so that, okay, if I'm collecting maybe 5 or 10 reviews a week, how long it will take for me to catch up with the other competitors that I have. There are a lot of prompts on the Google business profile side of things. Let me also show you a few of the prompts that are on the website side of things, so that you have some of the understanding there as well. So keyword gap audit. So you know that your competitors website is ranking for a lot of high quality keywords and yours is not, but what are those keywords that they are ranking for that we are not ranking for? That is where this prompt would help you identify that. You can do a full on keyword gap audit, something you'd have to pay agencies a lot for to do this keyword gap audit for you. And like I said, you have to give it an access to a third party tool to get the most accurate and reliable data. We are telling Claude Cowork to open Chrome and log into my Semrush account. You can give it the login data, or you can simply log it into Chrome directly. So when it opens semrush.com, it directly goes to your dashboard. And if we are giving them the top 3 competitors, so we know that competitor 1, 2 and 3, these are the ones that are doing fairly well with SEO. What we are just going to do is giving them the URLs of these competitors, and look at how well we have crafted this prompt. Is it is going to filter results to show only keywords where competitor ranks in position 1 to 20, but we don't rank at all, and export that list. So we have to also understand, we don't want to export the list where we are also ranking and the competitor is also ranking. That's not keyword gap. Keyword gap is something where the competition is ranking but we are not ranking. That is what we have filtered out with this particular prompt. We are telling Claude Cowork is to see what they are ranking for and we are not ranking for, and give me all of that list. And even for that, we have to look at what the competition is ranking in top 20 for. We don't want to be looking at for a keyword where the competition is ranking at the 8th page. It does not really matter for us. You can even go as to look at, okay, what are the keywords in which the competition is just ranking in top 3 or top 5. That will give you even more accurate data where you know for a fact, if I rank for these keywords, we will also make more money because the competition is ranking. And one more thing that we have done is we wanted to avoid a lot of informative keywords to be filtered out in that. Within the prompt itself, I've added the filter that adds more local keywords with filters like near me, emergency, best, and local, and all of that. So Claude Cowork would give you more terms that have money intent and local intent associated with it. What that does is you're not only getting output of informational keyword, which is just there for inflating the traffic numbers, but it's not getting you a lot of keywords that is actually going to make you money. So these are some of the prompts. I'll give you all of the list. If you don't want to take the hassle of actually doing all of this yourself and going through all of, because it's going to take you some time to actually do it. If you want results like this, just book a call with us at alventramarketing.com. The link is in the description, and we'll get you results like the ones that I have shown you before, and without any hassles and everything. But I've already shared everything that you need in order to be a success. If you have any questions, drop in the comments below. Anyway, if you got some value from this one, hit the like button. It really helps the channel grow. Drop a comment below with any of your questions. I read each comment and try and reply to each one of your questions with a very detailed answer. So make sure you drop your questions in the comments below. And subscribe if you want more AI and SEO related content every week. By the way, we took one business from $0 to $1.7 billion in revenue just through SEO in 11 months. If you want results like that for your business, link to book a call with us at Alventra Marketing is in the description. See you in the next one.